Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Honey, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on...
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between our visitors and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tonight, right 20. Check.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. And that's what you don't want to do.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
50 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lamar Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Switch.
From the gun on third down. Gone. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues, and the chains move again. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here we go, tonight. 180. 59, Mike the 59. They're not ready for this, man.
They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second down and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
He had no sign of him cooling down at all.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Complete. He finds Bray. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Completes it to Aguilar. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 23. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play call.
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 of the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one will swallow it up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1, but it's brought in by Washington. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Goff setting up the screen for Miller. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
On 2nd and 9. Gone. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's gone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Minshew. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Leo! Kill!
Off play action, it's Minshew. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroon. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that. And having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Hey, box drop. Ready?
Throwing again on second down. Minshew. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Good job.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Aguilar has it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Hey, echo. Check. Watch 54. Get it.
It'll be Minshew again. He finds his target, John Brown. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
There you go.
John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And a look now at Lamar Miller. He's been good. They utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, here's Gone. And he's got Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You better break. Let me know right now. You better break.
Goff throwing again. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in his zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they let you play.
Again, gone. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Cohen. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now we signal in the timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
60 pitch first. Hey, exit.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
57's a Mike. 57's a ball out. We got it. Check. Hit it.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Of course, remember, they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
50, play. Rock it. Ready?
They run it again with Chubb.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
30 base. 54. Squeeze.
A run for Nick Chubb.
Whip.
Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Bear. Hey. Watch out. Put up. Get it.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Good job.
Nick Chubb, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, here's Miller. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And an alley to run. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A toss play to Chubb. Running right through it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
On the set. 51. Don't let him breathe. Hard. Right. Go.
Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out. Come get some. He don't want it.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check three.
A shotgun snap for goal. This is Miller, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
58, boys, 58.
There's Gone. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw is gone. He'll find Miller. That's complete. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
To throw again on second down. Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. To the air again. Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again is gone. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
First carry for James Conner. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, well, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
80.
Squeeze, double. Mike's 50.
Got you. I got you, son.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here I come.
Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pull it high. Squeeze.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And again, it's Chubb. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mike's 5-4. Exit.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Check. Alert 3. Go. Ready.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 44-yard.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bears, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.